Hey everybody, just want to share a quick little insight from my study journal conference this morning. While I was on my run, I was listening to J. Kimball's October 1930 address, and it was awesome. He was talking about his father, Heber C. Kimball, and various prophecies that Heber C. Kimball had made regarding both the saints then and there, but also in the future, about the coming days where there would be a need for sifting amongst the saints because of the corruption that would be existing within the valleys of Zion. But that was, it was really good and interesting talk. But really what stuck out to me the most was the fact that after talking about all these prophecies of his father and testifying of his work, he closes out his talk with saying, I am the only one that can destroy my testimony of this work. And I think that is something super important, because a lot of us we know people who want to play a victim of, oh, well, my testimony was destroyed by X or by Y. It was destroyed when I read the CES letter, or it was destroyed when I found out that the church concealed how much money that they had in savings, or the fact that they, Joseph Smith's translation methods of the Book of Mormon weren't what I thought they were, whatever it may be. A lot of people want to play the victim card as a something happened to me and my testimony was destroyed by that event or by that thing. That's not how it works. You are the one who's ultimately in charge of your testimony. You are the one who's responsible for nurturing your testimony. But more than that, you are the one who's in charge of having integrity to what you know. As John Taylor put it, if it was true yesterday, it's true today, and it'll be true tomorrow. I see a lot of people who will have a witness from the Holy Ghost that then they discard because they find some aspect of either church leadership or church history or church doctrine that they then decide, hey, I don't like this. And they then think, I don't think God would agree with this. And so therefore I'm going to tell God, who told me that the work was true, that it's not true anymore. And then they decide to destroy their own testimony. They destroy their own testimony. They deny the witness of the Holy Ghost. They deny the Holy Ghost. And then they go ahead and then they apostatize and leave the church. And I think this is something that's very important to understand, that you are the one who ultimately has control. And I think it was Elder Ballard who said that none of us are safe until we are safely dead with our testimony intact. And that we need to treat every single day as a day and an opportunity to renew our testimony. Because if we are not strengthening our testimony, if we are not increasing our spiritual momentum will decrease. This is not a situation where we can just glide. We are in an uphill battle, and we need to constantly be striving to think celestial.